Hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon to you all. Welcome to the stream. And thanks for being here today. I appreciate it. Hope everybody is doing well. Monica, Mendy, Talon, Be Sad Dog, welcome guys. Thank you all for being here today. We've got 5 more levels to go. I am going to continue to grind these levels out in time walking. And after that, I might jump into Mr. Pandaria Remix to level the Death Knight, who's level 40 right now. I haven't logged that character in a while. Well, there goes my transmog.
I have just the thing, Wanderer. Farewell, friend of the Grumbles.
Stan, good afternoon. Big Mike, happy Sunday, man. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here.
I have many lucky doos you like. Good fortune to our friends.
Colin, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome, welcome.
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles, like you. May your feet find good trails. I have many, many wares.
What was my overall take on PAX Day? It's really early in development. That's like my biggest overall take. The game, it looks beautiful. Graphics look amazing. A very pretty game. I really like the concept of like players on the server building all of the buildings and like kind of watching as those little villages organically grow. That was really awesome. So I really like the premise of it, and I really like how the game looks. But it's really early, and it has some stuff to work on, obviously. They need to revisit like their early game progression, and I think they need to make it just a little bit easier for people to progress a little bit in the technology in the early game. Stuff like getting your first bow, stuff like building your first house. They need to work on like streamlining some of that because some of it is kind of like counterintuitive right now. Like right now, like for instance, you need quite a bit of leather in order to get to a point where you can make a bow. But the best way to hunt animals and to hunt deer is with a bow. So they have it set up right now, so like you already have to have like hunted a lot of animals before you're ready to make all the things required for a bow. And it's just like they need to revisit some things like that and make it a little bit easier. The resource cost for crafting stuff like walls and platforms needs to be cut in half, I think. But I think all that stuff is stuff they'll figure out. They're going to have a long early access period, and I'm sure they'll get it all straightened out. I don't feel good about where I'm standing. There we go. Other than that, you know, there's like I didn't look into this aspect of it, but apparently there's also some monetization issues. And I intentionally did not look at the monetization or what they're selling or how much they're selling it for because I just wanted to kind of play the game on its own terms. But that might be something that holds it back as well. I heard tell of $100 version. It's kind of crazy to have a $100 version of a game that's like so early in development. Kawa, good afternoon, buddy. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Dag, you're a new WoW player. Any idea which character you'd enjoy? You just have to ask yourself a couple of questions. So it's like, you know, interview yourself. First thing you got to decide is, do you want to be like up close and personal with enemies, or do you want to keep enemies at a distance? That's going to let you know whether you want to do a ranged class or a melee class. I'd recommend just sticking with dealing damage, like being a damage dealing class for your first character. But you're going to want to try a bunch of different stuff, honestly. Part of the joy of like getting into WoW is like having so many different classes to try out, and eventually you'll find one that really clicks with you. Did they give me a copy of the game? No, I don't think so. No, they didn't. I like to get. I could have got like a founders pack, but they wanted creators to do like these daily challenges and to like submit screenshots. And, like basically, I would have to do homework. That's how it felt to me. I could have easily gotten a founders pack, but I would have had to do homework. They had a couple. I had to do like at least 2 of the challenges on any given day and submit the evidence. And like I don't know. Yeah, I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like doing it. And I don't think I'll play it in early access. I think it's a game that I would definitely check out when it comes out to 1.0. I just don't know if I'm gonna spend time on it during early access. And no, they did not give me a copy of the game. Now, obviously, I only played it a couple times, and the thing about me is I'm always very immediate and open about how I feel about a game. And I have a hard time like sugarcoating stuff. So yeah, I was happy to be able to play in the alpha. It was nice of them to invite me to try it early. But ultimately, it's not really in a state where I'd want to play it a lot in the early access. Karen, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Everything's good. Thanks for being here. Retrospectively, it's really surprising that they offered me to play in the early access because, you know, my channel really is only MMOs, and things that are not MMOs do not typically do well on my channel, so like thinking about it, it's kind of a surprise that they thought to invite me in the first place. Yeah, we're in a Cataclysm Time Walking dungeon. Lost City of Tolvir. It's Cataclysm Time Walking for the next few weeks. My turtle seems really slow. Am I riding a slow turtle? My turtle will get us there eventually. Will it be in time to heal anybody? I don't know. Whoops, I pulled some ads. Bad healer. Bad healer coming through. It's a water mount. Nice, nice, nice. I've never had a water mount before. I think this is the first water mount that I own. I didn't realize that. That's really cool. So he's a little bit slow on land. Okay, I thought he was cute, so I thought I'd ride him around, but I guess we'll have to pull out something else. I have some other turtles from like back in the day.
Begone, infidels! You are not welcome here! Kneel before me and repent!
As a priest, can I cure disease, or do I only have dispel magic effects?
Only the beginning.
I guess I could look. Dispel magic. Yeah, I don't see anything that cures disease, so I'm assuming I can't deal with that.
Am unleashed.
Whitney, Ace, good afternoon. Welcome, guys. Thanks for being here.
Rise and
I
come
appreciate
to
it.
your master's aid.
I forgot about loot. Does that surprise you? If I count every time I forget about loot, man, if I had a nickel for every time I lost loot, I'd make more money than I do in YouTube advertising, that's for sure. It might say dispel magic and disease. Let's see. No, yeah, dispels one magic. Dispels magic on the enemy target. Yeah, no disease. So maybe that's something the priest can't do. Maybe only other classes can deal with that. What did we get? Another one. Why do they keep giving me one-handed? I'd really love for them to give me a staff. But so far, all I've gotten are one-handers. 330 is better than 303, so we'll take it. Mass Dispel. Yeah, I need to pull Mass Dispel out to my bar. I thought I had that. It's in the talent tree. Let's see. Dispels magic, removing all harmful magic from friendly targets, and one beneficial magic from every 5 enemy targets. Yeah, this one also just deals with magic. 2-minute cooldown, 1.4 second cast. Maybe I should like one day use my time badges. Where would I go if I wanted to spend my time walking badges? I don't even know where the vendor's at. This character doesn't have a lot, but we do have some. What's next? Whatever pops up on random. It's going to be a Cataclysm dungeon because that's the time walking that we're doing, but I don't know. We'll see. It's in Stormwind right now. Near the Cata portals. Near the Cata portals. I don't know. I don't know if I know where that is. Let's get to Stormwind and I'll go see. Or we'll heal this dungeon. Marson, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. It's up in the northern part. I think I have an idea of where it's at. Yeah, I'll probably be able to find it. Oh, we got Stonecore again.
Follow me if you dare!
Lael, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here.
It's time for a technical retreat!
We lost our tank. We lost our tank somewhere. Oh, here he comes.
Witness the full power of Millhouse Metastorm!
So I'm assuming if it's time walking Cataclysm, that the stuff I can buy at the time walking vendor is going to be Cataclysm cosmetics, or are the cosmetics just kind of like random? I barely made it into the area before getting locked out. This is what I mean when I say, like, I am probably too slow to be, like, a mythic healer or maybe even a heroic healer. Like, I think our healing journey begins and ends with time walking. Because I am not fast enough to keep up with these groups. And, like, as a DPS, it's okay if you're behind sometimes. But as a healer, you really can't afford to be. These runs, it doesn't really matter. In these runs, they probably don't even need a healer. But when we're doing heroics and mythics, it's not going to be okay if I'm like way behind the group and like the tank is way ahead of me. It's going to ruin some people's days. Marlena, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Marcus, good afternoon, buddy. Oh, we're doing skips. Let's see how this goes. Well, that was fun. I healed the tank and then I have all the aggro. Dustin, good afternoon. Happy Sunday. Fucker just like got decimated by something. I think he like maybe he stood in fire. I don't know what he did. And this is why healing is going to be limited to time walking. Because if I'm losing tanks and time walking, imagine how many times I'm going to let the tank die, like in a mythic. Like it's going to be a shit show. So yeah. It's been cool to be able to press the healing buttons. It gives me a deeper appreciation for people that heal like as their main job in the game. I don't know how you do it. My hat's off to you. Because I could never do this as like my main thing I do in the game.
The world's heart. Break yourselves upon my body. Feel the strength of the earth. The cycle is
You can't, like,
complete.
listen though, tanks, you can't stand in everything. Okay, like sometimes there are some mechanics you do have to get out of.
Break yourselves upon my body.
Like, it sucks when you have to move, but sometimes you do have to move. I just told him, like, you can't stand in everything, bro. Like, you literally, like, you just can't stand in everything. Like, sometimes you see a huge wind-up, you have to move out of it. Just, like, move out of it. Be safe. You can move 12 inches on the screen. It's okay. And I get it, like sometimes some mechanics are hard to see, But that guy's mechanics are like very visible and very obvious. Definitely not something where you're like confused about what's about to happen. Like he's winding up for a big attack, he's winding up for a big shatter, like it's pretty obvious. The Warlock says, look at his main. He's a look at his name, he's a horde main. Moving is a weakness. He doesn't move because moving shows weakness. That's what it is. Real players don't move out of mechanics, they just tank them to the face. Mike, happy Sunday, man. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here.
For my death, countless more will fall. The burden is now yours to bear.
He queues us up again. No way am I queuing up with him again. I'd love to have a tank I can do some back-to-back runs with, but there's no way it can be that tank. It can't be that tank. Nope. Alright, we were headed to Stormwind. So I'm thinking maybe he's over here somewhere. The time walking vendor is who we're looking for. Maybe somewhere back in the park. If I was a time walking vendor, where would I be? By the Cataclysm portals. Was that on the island over here? No, that's the Mop air balloon. Maybe over here. Yeah, this must be it. I think there's actually like an icon here of some kind. I just can't see it. Here we go.
What's happening? Watch your back.
Oh, I didn't know they put the raids into time walking. Oh man. Oh, I would almost love to do some Firelands. I have good memories of Firelands. In Firelands, the big portion of my guild had taken a break by Firelands, and it was just me and my buddy. And we made up a new guild, and we did all the recruiting, and I finally got to do something besides heal. I got the tank on a Tauren Death Knight. And yeah, tanking Firelands. Firelands was hard, man. I remember Firelands being really hard when it first came out. Like, making progress in heroic Firelands was like such an achievement. It felt good.
My goods are of the highest quality. What brings you here?
Alright, so... commendations I don't care about. Toys. Some robes that are meh. I have a feeling like none of this stuff's gonna look very good. Oh wait, are these heirlooms? Heirloom scabbard. Only works on heirlooms that scale to level 35. Oh, these are like power-ups. This is how people make it so their heirlooms go past level 35. Yeah, all my heirlooms stop at level 35. But to be fair, I don't care about heirlooms. Is that really all that it is? I thought there'd be like really cool cosmetic sets. I don't know, I guess I was expecting too much.
Strogom not gonna be happy about this. Stand still, or I'll crack your skulls! That's what. Stand still, or I'll crack your skulls!
He didn't move. DPS down. We lost another one. What's wrong with these chuckleheads? You saw one guy get yeeted, and so then you decide not to move next time? Come on. Oh, don't. Oh, man. I wonder what happened to that guy. Maybe I should just stand here while he channels this big ability. Yeah, this seems good. I can't heal stupid? Exactly. Yeah, I can't heal you if you get killed in one hit. That's like the biggest thing. It's like, if you're gonna get yourself one shot, there's really nothing anybody can do. I just think it's funny he watched the one guy die, and he was fine, but then the next time the ability goes off, he stands in it. Really silly. Like, no matter, it's almost like no matter how many times you queue up or how long the event has been going on, you're always catching people that are seeing the boss for the first time. And that's so weird to me. You know, we've been in this time walking for like last week now, right? And like we're still catching, and then Cataclysm itself has been out, and we're still catching people. Like almost every other group that we do here, we catch somebody that has never seen the boss before, or just doesn't know the boss mechanics. Or maybe they've just always been really lucky and they've just like never gotten hit by it. Like, I don't know what it is.
Heretics! You will suffer for this interruption.
Noah, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here.
Bask in his power. Rise as an agent of the Master's rage. Bask in his power. Rise as an agent of the Master's rage.
Jackie, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Thanks for being here. Oh, we got a wand. 358. That's better than 330.
Smash!
You're not insane. Well, you might be insane. I'm not really qualified to determine that, but you are seeing cross-faction runs, yeah. Yeah, like basically everything is cross-faction in modern WoW now. Yep, so while you're doing time walking, while you're doing mythics, it's going to be cross-faction. Yeah, it's great. I realize that I hardly ever like really look at the other characters in my group. Like that's like a big like blind spot that I have, is I so rarely even look at people. But yeah, everything's cross-faction now.
Bodies to test my armaments upon.
Oh god, don't die. Don't die! No, you died! I looked away for 1 second. This is why I can't heal real dungeons, guys. I get distracted for 1 second and people die. Like literally, I looked away from my screen for a split second at the wrong time. And I just, boom, people were dead, people were dying. Now I'm heal tanking it. Ever seen a heal tank? You're seeing it now. It's not really working that good. Now we got a warlock tank. You gotta get him in the fire, guys. You can't damage him when he's not in the fire. It's gonna be a wiperoonie, I think. I can't take my hand off the heal button enough to tell him like, hey, you gotta kite him into the fire. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. That was unequivocally my fault, I think. Yeah, I just stopped. I looked away. I looked at chat. Chat, I'm gonna blame you guys. I looked at chat. I was reading chat. I looked back. The tank was dead. It happened that fast. This is why I have to DPS mythics. At least I haven't been kicked out of the group yet. I appreciate that. I need to get me that bonus XP. I hope the tank knows he has to go into the fire for a second. And I hope he doesn't just sit in there. Okay, he went through... you gotta let it tick like maybe more than once. Maybe that's okay.
Feel the burn.
Adam, I have no idea, man. I don't play on private servers. I don't got a clue. Alex, good afternoon, buddy. I'm pretty sure it's Sunday. I could be wrong. I'm often wrong about things. But I think today is Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, buddy. Just don't miss work tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday. Alright, I hope everybody's stacked up for the meteor. If they do the meteor, maybe they're not going to do the meteor. How am I liking the Holy Priest? I mean, I can't tell. I'm just doing this so that I can, I just want to get my levels. So I'm healing these so I can get back-to-back queues. But in reality, I don't think I'm a good enough healer to heal like heroics or mythics or anything like that. I'm having a hard enough time keeping people alive here in time walking. So I'm sure the class is fine. The class seems fine. It seems more approachable than Discipline Priest. But I just don't think I'm ever going to be a good healer in modern WoW. I think that the expectations are very high. I'm a slow person that often gets distracted, so like oftentimes the group is leaving me behind and I'm still contemplating loot or like interacting with you guys. It's just, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it like at a higher level. But I feel like the class is great. Yeah, it's got a ton of tools. I'm only using like half of my toolkit because I'm not smart enough to work in everything else. But yeah, it seems like it would be great for an experienced healer. Lael, you wouldn't. Like I don't really care if people play on private servers. I just don't play on private servers. That's all. Like it's not a crime to talk about private servers. I don't personally like taking things or services without paying for them. But I also accept the fact that people are in different positions in life. And yeah, sometimes you just do what you gotta do to play the game you want to play. I don't like it, I don't condone it, but at the same time, like, who am I to judge people, you know? Yeah, it's fine, like... let's see, talent points. Yeah, Turtle WoW does seem to be one of the most popular ones that I hear about. That's what people always bring up to me, is Turtle WoW. Ascension is another one that I hear a lot. Yeah, like I just don't have any experience with them because I don't play on them, so I don't know which one's good, which one, I don't know like the differences between them, or any of that stuff. Let's see. But no, I'm not going to go scorched earth on you guys for talking about private servers. Ascension is like Mop Remix, but well done. there you go. I like the snark. It's like Mop Remix, but they did a good job of it. They actually did a good job. I'm never gonna get to look at these cosmetics. Turtle WoW's Vanilla Plus, man. Like sometimes I wish I could pay Blizzard and go like check out a private server. You know, I wish I could pay Blizzard. I would pay the private server people a little bit of money too. Like I don't want anything for free. I do sometimes wish I could check these things out. Cause it reminds me of stuff like how people make amazing mods for like say a game like XCOM 2. How they make like amazing, like game-changing mods, and it allows a game like XCOM 2 to still be relevant like 15 years later, you know? And I feel like if Blizzard like opened up the toolkit and they allowed people to run private servers and made it a legitimate thing, imagine the things that the community could come up with. Imagine all the badass versions of like WoW you could play. If they like actually just legitimately opened it up to folks. Like that would be amazing. Because yeah, it seems like they do some really cool stuff. I'm never gonna get to see any of it. It's kind of a shame. Yeah, it's really a shame. I just don't think I would get away with streaming it. I mean, if I were to stream it, I'd probably be the reason like the server gets shut down. I would get shut down. Like I don't want to be canceled. But I wish there was a legal way I could go about like checking it out. That's what sucks. Is like I'm willing to pay, but it's not an option. Ascension, they're making a game with 20 new full classes. Jesus Christ. That's what I'm talking about. Like just the amount of creativity that like people could pour into something like that. If Blizzard were to like condone it and embrace it, especially when we're talking about classic WoW, you know what I mean? Like if we're talking about like within the confines of something that's like very much like a classic WoW, I feel like they should open it up. Man, sounds so cool. Like, we're never gonna get cool stuff like that out of Blizzard, you know? They don't have the manpower to make cool stuff like that. They don't have the sprint hours. Like, it's not in the budget, you know what I mean? Like, think about what we did get. We got Season of Discovery, and we got Mop Remix. Like, okay. And both of those are kind of underwhelming and mediocre, in my opinion.
Skywall will not be tolerated.
The thing is, you would think that, Lael, you would think they'd be like, okay, go see what they'd say, go see what these private server guys are doing, and come back with some ideas. But I don't think they do. I think they turn a completely blind eye. I don't think they use it as inspiration. I don't think they use it as, like, idea base. Like, I think they turn a blind eye to it and they pretend like it doesn't exist. Like, you're probably not allowed to talk about private servers at Blizz. You can't be in a private server or in a meeting at Blizz and be like, hey guys, I was on Ascension the other day. They got some really cool shit going on in Ascension. Maybe we should work some of that into SOD. Like, you're not allowed to talk like that, I bet. Yeah, they just seem like they just turn a blind eye to it. Because if they don't turn a blind eye to it, then, like, they're legally obligated to shut them down. They don't know how to find, like, a middle ground, you know? So yeah, I doubt they are looking at it. They should be. They really should be. But I doubt it. Oh yeah, they're obviously, yeah, they're totally aware. But what I'm saying is, like, you can't use that as a conversation piece when you're having meetings with your boss about ideas to put in the game. You can't be like, hey, you know what would be cool? Turtle WoW does this. Maybe we should do that for Classic Plus. Like, they're not going to want to hear that. You're not going to say that in a meeting at Blizz. And so therefore, like, you might have been an employee of Blizz who checked out a private server, but if you do bring up any of those ideas, the way you bring them up, you have to be very careful about how you're going to bring up those ideas. So yeah, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad because in the meantime, all we get out of Blizz is Season of Discovery and Mop Remix. You know, both of those things are limited time events. You know, Season of Discovery is going to end, and Mop Remix is going to end, and then, like, then they're not going to continue to grow it or innovate or anything. It's just going to be an experiment that ends. Yeah, they don't seem interested in actually pursuing shutting them down. Yeah, they seem fine turning. Like I said, they seem to be fine turning a blind eye. But turning a blind eye for Blizz also means not learning from the things those people are doing. The funny thing is, in Cataclysm Classic, you can mount up here. And in Modern WoW, you cannot mount up. That's interesting. And, like, my worry about trying out one of these private servers, like, in my own time, despite the fact that I can't pay anybody for them and that it bothers me that I can't legally do it. Aside from that, putting the morality of it aside, I get worried that, like, let's say I really like it. Let's say it's really fun and I really love it and it's my favorite way to play the game. Like, where does that leave me? Where does that leave me? That leaves me being dissatisfied with every other offering, which for what I do that's not going to be a good thing. Yeah, Noah's like, no, don't try it. Right, exactly. That's what I worry about. Because, like, I can't stream it, I can't record it, I can't make content about it. And so if I end up really loving it, like, where does that leave me? I could probably talk about it sometimes the way we're talking about it right now, but even that could be questionable. Because, like I said, there's no way to really do it legally. Yeah, we're still healing. We're only healing because it's time walking dungeons. We're not going to be able to keep this up into heroics and mythics, I don't think. But we are going to keep healing until this character is capped at 70, which I'm hoping will happen like relatively soon. They accept donations, sure, and I would donate to them. But what I mean is, like, since I can't pay Blizz. And ultimately, it's Blizz's game that they're using as a springboard for their own, for like, you know, if there's donations, that means that they are monetarily like gaining from it. You know what I mean? And like, so, but there's no way for me to pay Blizz. Like, if there was a way for me to pay Blizz another subscription fee for Turtle WoW, or for like a subscription fee to get access to these servers, kind of like how like Minecraft does the Portal Pass. And like with the Portal Pass, you have access to like just a bunch of different like types of Minecraft servers. Like if Blizz offered something like that, like pay them another sub and then you can legally access these private servers. And then if you want, you can also tip those people. Like I would definitely do that. I would pay another sub to be able to legally access private servers. And then I would tip those people. Or maybe I'd pay an upfront price to get in. But since there's no way to do that, like I have moral problems with just like downloading and playing the game on a private server. What level are we? We are level 66. So like seven more runs, six or seven more runs, and we should be max level. And after that, I think I want to hop over to Mop Remix. I want to get my Death Knight leveled up. My Death Knight's level 40. She's been chilling in Mop Remix at level 40 for a while now. I haven't logged in even ever since like the big frog fiasco. So I think I want to get back on that character and get that character capped out as well. And yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of characters like ready for War Within. Every type. The what fiasco? The frog fiasco? Basically, TLDR, there were some frogs on the Timeless Isle that people were farming for insane amounts of bronze. They were upgrading their gear to godlike levels, and they were one-shotting raid bosses. And then Blizzard came in and said, nope. And they rolled shit back. They nerfed a lot of the people who were farming frogs, but they missed some people. And so now there are a bunch of people who like didn't get nerfed, and they're running around one-shotting raid bosses, and everyone else is comparatively like very weak. So yeah, it was a big shit show. It was a shit show. It's because they don't play their game, they don't test their game, they don't understand their game. Taliesin actually, like, in a video before Mop Remix was even out, in one of the weekly resets, Taliesin talked about how people were gonna farm those frogs on the Timeless Isle. It was already a known thing that they had a high drop rate of something in Mop. And so he already said, like, people are gonna farm these frogs in Mop Remix. And Blizzard doesn't know, they don't listen, they don't care, so they left the frogs there. People started farming the frogs, and then they had to roll people back and nerf it and piss a lot of people off. And they didn't catch everybody. That's the biggest problem, is that they didn't catch everybody. And that's what happens when you don't play your game. When you don't have people that play the game and understand the game working on the game, when you just have a bunch of corporate employees, then shit like that happens. If you employ actual players of your game to work on your game, at least some of them, then like less stuff slips through the cracks. There's nothing good here. Am I supposed to care about like any of this stuff? I don't care about any of this stuff. This is the only time walking vendor? That's something. Yeah, I don't care about any of that. That was all. Most of it was like heirloom stuff. Upgrading. I guess if I wanted to upgrade my heirlooms, that'd be a good way to do it. Fun and WoW? Nerfed. Right, exactly. Oh, it's supposed to be a really fast, really fun version of the game, and now people are one-shotting raid bosses? Nerfed. Are there mounts? I didn't see any mounts. But sometimes I don't know what I'm looking at on these vendors. Yeah, sometimes I just don't even understand what the hell it is I'm looking at. These are heirloom stuff. I don't know, I don't see any things that look like mounts. I don't know. Yeah, I'd grab a mount, I guess, but yeah, the heirloom stuff I don't care about. Oh, it's this dungeon.
The undying flames are all that remain of this sacred place. I sense much anger here.
Why do they need to nerf a game mode that's going to be over in 60 days? Exactly, good question. Because people who didn't farm frogs are whiny and they're loud on the internet. That's why. Because the people who didn't farm the frogs, or who were too lazy to farm the frogs, would probably be in a complete uproar if Blizzard didn't do anything. You know what they should have done? They should have just went and started farming frogs. Like, oh damn, frogs are a good way to power up insane levels. Let's everybody go farm frogs. There were a couple other farm spots too that I think they nerfed. Like basically every time people found a really good farm spot that let them power up really quickly and level up their gear, like they nerfed it. Oh, we're fighting back here. No, we don't fight those. No, we don't fight those. We come down here. You gotta come down here. Then we fight the boss. Yeah, I'll just keep like stockpiling the badges. I have all my characters have a pile of time walking badges that I never spend. I kind of wish time walking badges were account bound, so that I could like share that currency across all the characters. Apparently we are fighting this, so now I have to come over here to keep these people alive. This dude's standing in fire. Alright, now we should be good. I love the Mist of Pandaria zones. Like, the zones are really beautiful. I love running around the zones. They're so much better than Cataclysm zones. So much better than Cata zones. They feel like they're actually like a place in a world with people living in it. Yeah, I really like the zones a lot. I could care less about the dungeons or the raids. Like, I don't care about any of that stuff. I just want to quest and get my character capped out. I really don't care about the cosmetics. I don't really care about the mounts. Like, I just want to level up as quickly as possible. Get my Death Knight capped out. And then I might even consider running a rogue through it, depending on like how much we can power up the cloak and like what our XP gains are like. I might do a rogue. Yeah, I think eventually, like, maybe we will see, like, a Legion. I hope that if they do another type of remix, that they kind of rework, like, how stuff works. Like, I don't like the gems. Let's bubble. Can I click on this portal while I'm being attacked? Yes, I can. But it doesn't teleport you. Yeah, I want them to get rid of the gems. I don't like having to socket a bunch of freaking gems. I feel like any power-ups you get should be given to you, like, Torghast style. Like, the pop-up comes on the screen. You pick which power-up you want to permanently have, and then it just tracks it somewhere in your buffs. I don't want to have to socket and resocket stuff. I want it to play more like Vampire Survivors, where like as I find these bonuses, the screen just prompts me to like pick one, and I pick one and it levels it up, or it gives me a new ability. Then another one pops, and it either levels up a current ability or it gives you a new ability. And then I want these abilities to be automatically. I don't want like new buttons to push. Oh damn, that's a mic. I want the abilities to fire off of my character, like the way some of them do. Some of them fire off automatically, but I want them to get rid of all the ones that are active push buttons, and I just want stuff firing off of my character all the time, like a Vampire Survivors like deal. Like anytime I'm in combat, it starts firing off the abilities. And then that way it's faster. You're not resocketing gems. I don't want to be spending my time opening chest after chest after chest. I don't want to be comparing the 17 pieces of gear that I just got. I really don't want to have to be running to a vendor to upgrade my gear. I just want it to be like a smoother leveling experience. Like it was kind of phrased that way, but then in practice there's like a lot of downtime. And the downtime doesn't really feel good. It doesn't really feel like good gameplay. Like, on the Death Knight, I'm going to start trashing basically everything. I have, like, the 4 gems that I like. And, like, I'm going to start trashing all the other Tinker gems. I'm going to start trashing all the other Cogwheel gems. Like, I'm just sick of looking at them in my bags. I'm not going to read them all and try to figure out which one's best. I'm just going to grab the couple that I like, and I'm going to keep using those. These people don't know where to go, and, like, I don't really know what we're doing either. I don't think I've ever been to this part of the dungeon, so I don't think we're in the right place. Because I don't think there's anything for us to do here. So yeah, I don't think I've ever seen whatever this is before. So I really don't know why we're here. We should have gone to a place where Tyrande was. I've never fought Jaina here. People must be skipping Jaina. Because, like, I don't remember this at all. We've done this a handful of times. So yeah, I'm not really sure why we're here at all. I remember fighting Bane to Tyrande, to the big infinite dragon guy, Murazan. Yeah, I don't remember fighting Jaina. Very weird, very weird. Yeah, I don't think we have to be here, but okay.
With my life. Leave now.
Yeah, I've never fought Jaina here.
Come to blows. You asked for it.
Do I have a hard stop time today? Yeah, I think I have to stop around 3:30 because I need to do some things, and I gotta work out with my kid. I gotta get my kid to do some weightlifting today. He was supposed to do it yesterday, but him and his mom were out all day.
Why won't you give up?
And he has an art class at like 4 o'clock, so I have to get his workout in before 4 o'clock.
I understand now.
If I can convince him to come in from outside.
Good luck.
So I think he's out in the neighborhood playing with a friend. Yeah, see, this time we didn't get Tyrande. Is it either or? Do you either fight Tyrande or Jaina? Yeah, because I've never fought Jaina there. And does it depend on your faction balance? It's random? Are you sure it's random? It doesn't depend on your faction balance? It's random. I've never fought Jaina there. Even back in the day, I never fought Jaina there.
I had not
So weird.
I did
It
not
was always
know.
Bane, Tyrande, Murazan. Bane, Tyrande,
Stop me
Murazan.
here. Change the fate
Huh.
I worked so tirelessly to weave.
The Jaina thing was like much simpler than running around pulling the cats into the light beams. Like that was much simpler than the Tyrande scenario.
You crawl
It's random.
unwitting
It's
like
so
a
weird for it to be
blind,
random.
writhing worm towards
Because I
endless
ran this a
madness
shit
and
ton back when it came out back in the
I
day.
have witnessed the true
And we've gotten it like a dozen times in time walking, and I've
This
never
is a
seen Jaina
lesson
before in my
you
life.
simply cannot so.
That's really strange. I mean, it can't be a 50-50. If it's random, there have to be some other percentages involved, because otherwise I'd have seen her at some point in my life.
I cannot follow.
But okay, yeah, I guess, I don't know. Maybe probability could work out that way.
And use the
Doesn't seem like
hourglass of
super
time
likely.
to defeat Murazan.
The powers of the hourglass do nothing to me.
War Within comes out in August. I don't know. I don't know if we know that for sure yet. Unless they just put the release date out today. Like, I don't know if we know when the release date is.
Not what you have done.
I haven't seen like a hard confirmed release date for War Within. I don't even think they've given a date for the pre-patch.
The moment.
It's supposed to be autumn. They showed it on the Xbox showcase. What the fuck?
My future self.
Excuse my language.
No more harm.
They showed it on the Xbox showcase, even though it's not an Xbox game.
In time, I will fall to madness, and you
Okay.
heroes will vanquish me. The cycle
Let me. I know they own Active. I know, but it's the Xbox showcase, not the Microsoft showcase. Maybe they should think about rebranding it since they now have PC games. Because yeah, an Xbox showcase is not a Microsoft showcase. necessarily. Okay, guys? Hold on, let me confirm on Wowhead. Yeah, there we go. War Within release August 26th. They are rushing content out, man, like so fast. Think about how early we got Cataclysm. I thought we were gonna get Cataclysm on August like 22nd, and I thought we would get War Within like late September, like mid-October. And that was looking at their original roadmap that they put out like 7 or 8 months ago. It's really crazy that we're getting this now. Oh, they got a little cinematic. Are we about to watch this cinematic? Let's see. Do I have a screen set up that I can watch this cinematic? Give me 1 second, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this, and then I want to check out this cinematic. Let me mute my in-game sounds here. Boop. Bear with me.
In darkness, she slumbers and dreams. And for
Whoa,
countless
where did we go just now?
generations, mortal heroes have risen to defend her.
What's going on here?
They faced monsters, tyrants, and beasts of primordial horror. Though they fought amongst themselves, their enmity following them to the most distant shores. And even across time and space, their courage never faltered. Even upon the very threshold of death. While new hope blooms on the horizon, the final battle draws near. Now, in the darkness, at the very heart of the world, the drums of war thunder once again. And Azeroth at last awakens. The world's soul, so long denied me, shall be mine.
The world's soul so long denied to me. Couple things. Most of the interesting stuff came like when we were caught up to present times.
Drums of war thunder once again.
Firstly, like, not sure. Okay, moving on. Let's see. We saw the Hanar. I think we saw the Hanar, like right here, right? This is like an under troll, like some kind of combination between like a troll, or like between a troll and a night elf.
And Azeroth at last awaken.
Right there we go. Playable race probably in the first patch, I would hope, since they seem to have a lot of options. Like, they did a lot of data mining. It showed like a lot of different character customization options for these guys. So they seem like they're pretty much ready to be pushed out as an allied race.
The world's soul, so long denied me, shall be mine.
I mean, Xalatath is obviously going to be the most interesting and the best character in the expansion, so like I don't know what to feel about that. I guess it is what it is. You could play as Avatar now. Funny. Yeah, the only new races were the Earthen and the Hellar, whatever the Undertrolls are called. I don't know their name. And then, of course, we're going to have humans, or humans are going to be able to have elf ears, and elves are going to be able to have human ears as a customization option. Anything else? Let's see. What was the date? 8/26/2024. However, if you bought the $90 edition, you get 3-day early access. So this is actually 8/22 or 8/23/2024, I'm assuming. Oh, right here. Yeah, early access will begin on the 22nd, which sounds like 4 days instead of 3 days. Yeah. And do they have a pre-patch date yet? I don't see the early access suggests could indicate a shorter than usual pre-patch event. Mop Remix ends on the 19th, a week before the War Within's launch date. So we're only gonna get a 1 week pre-patch event. That's kind of crazy. Unless they're gonna be running the pre-patch event while Mop Remix is still going on, which seems kind of unlikely. I want Mop Remix to shit out my characters into the real game so that I can play them during the pre-patch event and like get them some relevant gear. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want my Death Knight to be stuck in Mop Remix through the, like, right up until the 22nd. Like, stuff like that would really suck for people. So, yeah. Okay. Like, I guess they get crapped out on the 19th, and maybe we have 1 week of pre-patch. Cool. Okay. Boop. Well, that's very interesting. Mark your calendars. That's like how many? That's like, you know, like what, over 2 months. We still got a lot of time. Does it mean you get 3 days more of pre-patch because you didn't get the 3-day early access? That's exactly what it means. Yeah. I guess. If you don't have the 3-day early access, 4-day early access, it looked like, you are going to be stuck in some very strange space. Because while like a lot of people are actually playing the War Within and leveling up in the War Within, you are going to be logging into the game and not doing that. And so that begs the question, what will you be doing? You'll be standing in Stormwind or Orgrimmar, listening to general chat as people talk about how awesome the expansion is that they're playing, that they've been playing for days and days and days, and that you're still waiting for. How good is that going to feel? Not very freaking good. It's not going to feel very good. My thing is, like, $60 is already a lot of fucking money. What I told people is, like, if you can't afford the $90 version, save more money until you can. Don't spend $60 to play the game 4 days late. Just wait until you've managed to scrounge up $30 more. Because you're already going to be spending like $70 anyway. But you're going to be missing the most exciting, most meaningful time of an expansion launch. And we all know it's true. It is FOMO, it sucks. But the most exciting time of an expansion launch is that first week when everyone is seeing the new content. And if you're already having to pay $60 or $70, like, to me, it just makes sense to not buy the game until you can scrounge up that other $30. Because you got 10 weeks to scrounge that money together. Okay? $30 divided by 10, you have to save $3.50 a week. Can you save $3.50 a week to get you from 60 to 90? If so, just wait. Don't buy the game right now. I don't know if they let you upgrade. Like, if you pay for the $60 version, can you pay $30 more at any point to upgrade your version? Because if you can, I would suggest to you guys to farm up that $3 a week and to throw down for the real version of the game. They do let you upgrade. Then yeah, if you have purchased the $60 version, you got 9 or 10 weeks to farm up $30 more. You can do this by collecting bottles. Like, it's $3 a week. Me and my friends, when I was a kid, we used to scrounge up like $5 or $6 a day to take to the penny candy store, to buy candy and play on the Mortal Kombat machine. Like, so if we could scrounge up $5 or $6 a day as kids, like, you guys as adults, you can wrangle $3 or $4 a week for the next 9 weeks, and you can just upgrade your version so that you can play with the rest of us when the game actually launches. Because if you don't do that, it's gonna leave a sour taste in your mouth for the expansion. You don't want to be the person on the forums whining about how they wish they could play the game like everyone else is playing it. Like, don't let it leave. It sucks that they did this. Like, Blizzard is bad. They're evil corporate machine wants more money from you. But honestly, like, if you love WoW, like, save up that $30. Don't let it color your impression of the expansion launch when you're sitting there for 4 fucking days while everyone else is having an amazing time and you feel like you can't play the game. It's gonna suck. That's it. That's it. And yeah, I probably missed a bunch of stuff in chat while I was going on that rant, so sorry guys. I had to get that out because it's really important. Let's see. Yeah, they've never put the release behind a paywall, so it sucks. Yeah, but they did it with Diablo, so we should have seen it coming. Yeah, it sucks, but listen, this is going to be a common practice from now on. Like, this is how it's going to be. There is no going back. Like, corporations don't find a way to make more money and then walk it backwards. That never happens. If they find a way to make more money, you're only going to ever see more of that practice. So from now on, beta access and early access are definitely going to be gated behind a $90 version. In a couple years, it'll probably be gated behind the $120 version. 10 years from now, it'll be gated behind the $170, because they're just going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing to see how much money can we get out of people. This is what corporations do. It's their only like thing that they do. They exist to make shareholders money. And that's an easy way to make extra money. So yeah, it is what it is. You can like go along with it, or you can cry about it, or you can try to put your head under a rock. There's options, but the only option to play the game when it comes out is to pay him the money, unfortunately.
I am listening.
Makes world first kind of pointless. No, not really. The world first is still going to happen, but obviously it's going to be somebody who paid $90 for the actual game. It's going to make it worthless to anybody who didn't do that. Yeah, like, but honestly, like, if you're going to buy the base version of the game, you probably weren't going to be in the race for world first anyway. Let's be real. Like, if you're someone sitting there and you're like, I'm only going to buy the base version, it's all I'm going to afford, I'm not going to save the money for the expensive one, then you're probably not a person that was going to care about, like, being world first anyway. So I don't think it changes anything about that. I think world first is stupid anyway. I'm going to be reading every quest and doing every side quest and taking my time, because it's going to be a short leveling experience anyway.
Be careful.
Yeah, in a couple years it'll be $10 more, right? $10 for entering the raid 1 week before they're going to start selling raid access. Yeah, buy your raid pass. Yeah. Yeah, buy your Season 1 Raid Pass. Season 1 Raid Pass includes currency. Season 1 Raid Pass includes access to the raid 1 week before everybody else. Season 1 Raid Pass starts you off with a tier gear token. It starts you off with some like a meta gem, some enchants. Yeah, like buy your Raid Pass, Season Raid Pass. I'm just giving them ideas. Oh, they have these ideas already. A season raid pass sounds like a great idea. Just a season pass. Buy your season pass now. Season pass includes currency. Season pass includes early access to Mythic Plus and raids. You'll have 1 week early access. I mean, yeah. Instead of a renown track, you're gonna have your season 1, 2, 3, 4 season passes. And those are gonna be $7.99 a season on top of your sub. You hope this will be the one time they are listening. You wonder why they haven't increased subscription costs yet? Because they can do things like this. Yeah, because they can do things like just charge for a premium version of the game that gets you beta access and gets you into the game early. Like, and then they can make money like that. They can make money off the cash shop. The great thing about WoW is, like, WoW has so many ways to get money from people that they don't have to increase the sub for everybody. They can get enough money out of the people that are willing to spend the money without increasing the cost for everybody who wants to play the game. So that's like the one really good thing that they are doing. The only consumer-friendly thing that they've ever done is they've left the price of the sub alone forever. The price of the sub has never increased in USD. The price of the sub in USD has always been $14.99 a month if you're paying monthly. It has never changed at all. It has never fluctuated. The cost of everything else in the last 25 years has like quadrupled, from the price of milk to the price of chicken to the price of a banana, and the WoW sub has been the only constant. So that's like a very consumer-friendly practice. And they can afford to do that because they can sell people $90 versions of the game. They can sell people $170 physical copies. They can sell stuff on the in-game store. Like, that's why they can afford to keep the sub the same. If they weren't making all that money by other means, they would have to increase the sub. We'd probably have a $35 a month sub by now. If they had to increase the sub with inflation, the sub would be like $35 USD by now. So thank God that it's not. The first horse mount on the store made more money than StarCraft 2. That's why StarCraft 2 got canceled. They were like, wait, we're paying a development team to make a video game and maintain that video game and make new content for it, but we can just put up a store mount for WoW and it makes more money than the entire game. We had 2 guys work on that mount. It took them 20 sprint hours. Super cheap. And yeah, that's why we don't have a StarCraft 2 anymore. Absolutely. All right, I should probably pay a little bit of attention to healing this run, just a little bit. What are we? Are we level 67 now? Did we hit 60? We hit 67. This is why we can't have nice things. I mean, we get to have a lot of things nowadays. I don't know. Not everyone's gonna. We can't make everybody happy. Yeah. It sucks that we don't have StarCraft 2 anymore. It sucks that we don't have Heroes of the Storm anymore. The hilarious thing is, what I always find funny is, like, Heroes of the Storm was the only game that I ever spent money on in the in-game shop. That was it. It's the only game that Blizzard makes that I have gone and spent money on, like items or on like appearances or on heroes. Like, I actually spent money on Heroes of the Storm, and they couldn't afford to keep making the game still. Carnifexia, good evening to you. Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, the mobile games bring in more money. Yeah. That's obvious. Yeah, like Candy Crush. Yeah, the mobile games are going to bring in much more money. Those games are set up like to only exist to get people to spend money on them. Like the whole point of mobile games is to get people to spend more and more and more money. Like game design is like completely secondary. It's like, how can we make this as addictive as possible, and how can we get as much money as possible out of people? Like that's the entire purpose of like their design. So it's not really shocking that those games make more cash. Oh god, well, let's do this heal. This is a big heal for the group. Let's see if we can keep everybody alive. Okay, sort of. Well, they prey off human psychology. It's because like once you know a certain amount about how the human brain works and how it responds to like dopamine hits and things like that, it's very easy to get people addicted to something. And once you get somebody addicted to something, it's very easy to get them to spend money on that addiction. That's kind of how addiction works. Like, and those games are designed to psychologically addict people. And they're meant to prey off of people who are susceptible to addictions. And gamers, gamers are like traditionally, like, you know, we get addicted to gaming. It's obvious. Who makes the best addicts? Gamers. People who have their cell phone in their hand 90% of their life. These people are the kinds of people that make the best addicts. Yeah, Diablo Immortal made a shit ton of money. I think Diablo Immortal is like probably still more popular than Diablo 4. $2 million per day, yeah. Yeah, because when you have pay to win in a game, like pay to win is going to bring you a crap ton of money. It feels good to win, and if you can afford to pay for it, you can do so, and you can feel good instantly. Why do I want to work to feel good in my video game? I work to feel good in every other part of my life, a person says to themselves. I should be able to feel good in this video game right away, and I can do that by plopping down some money. Oh look, I plop down some money, I get a good feeling. Very easy, very easy.
Only the beginning.
We got ads. I didn't pull them this time. It was the hunter. I blame the hunter. I'm gonna get killed for it though. That's gonna be great. Yes, thanks guys. Oh shit, we pulled some ads. Let's just leave the healer behind. He'll deal with it, I'm sure. I think I get a freebie. I think I'm gonna drop back down as a living person. I can't really like do anything though. I can't heal anybody because I'm not in range. Oh, I am still alive actually. There we go. Perfect. What a bunch of jerks. They just left me to die. I didn't even pull the ads. Speaking of money, everybody needs money. And if you guys are enjoying the stream, leaving a like, making sure you're subbed to the channel, ringing the bell, all that stuff actually does help me out a lot, and I appreciate those that do. There's my little bit of self-promotion for today. I'm not sure what happened to our tanks. Suddenly we have the Hunter and the Shadow Priest pulling all the groups. So I don't really know what happened. What expansion would I recommend for a new player to WoW? Well, there's modern WoW and there's classic WoW. Like, you're not really thinking about it in terms of expansions. If you're talking about like what time walking campaign should you do to level up, I would recommend just doing Cataclysm time walking and leveling up in the Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor. That's what I would recommend if we're talking about like time walking campaigns. Within modern WoW. Yeah, getting into WoW as a new player in 2024 is admittedly not easy, and things can be very complicated. The easiest thing to do in modern WoW is just to do the Exiles Reach scenario from levels 1 to 10, and then once you get popped out in your capital city, go talk to Chromie, take Cataclysm time walking, open your map, and pick a zone to go questing in. Because at that point, you can quest anywhere in Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms. And that's going to be like the smoothest questing to kind of learn the mechanics of your class and stuff like that. It's what we did. It's what we did on this character. Like this character, I almost took it into Legion time walking, and then I said nope, and then I took it into Cataclysm. We just leveled up in the old world. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, the simplest thing is just to do Cataclysm time walking. That way you can run right outside your capital city into the zone outside your capital city, and you can start doing quests there. On the Horde side, that would be Durotar. On the Alliance side, that would be Elwyn Forest. My wife wants me to try some kind of food. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna turn my camera off for a second and try this food and probably get my group killed while I'm doing that. Hold on, guys.
Winds of the South, rise and come to your master's aid!
Alright, we're back. And probably not in time to save this group, but we are back. Yep. Wife takes priority over 5-man time walking. Yeah, I mean, if you want to play WoW right now, or you're getting into WoW, like retail is where you want to be right now. Like classic is kind of like classic is in Cataclysm, and Cataclysm is not like a really great classic expansion. Classic will probably get better when MoP comes out, but right now, like I would say, if you're going to invest time in playing the game, you should probably like invest your time in modern WoW.
Power before
You're gonna get more reward for your time. Your time is going to be better rewarded in modern WoW than it will be in classic Cata right now.
the sky beckons.
If you're playing Dragonflight right now, that's exactly where you want to be, man. Yeah. Yeah, like if you're Dragonflight is the expansion that's out right now, so like that's really all you have to worry about. And then in August, the War Within expansion will be out. So basically, like by August, you want to have your character by August 24th or whatever they said. You want to have your character at level 70. You have plenty of time to get there, and it should be super easy in that amount of time to get a character from 1 to 70. Let's see, 385, yes. Okay. Where are we at? Yeah, I mean, when you hit 70 in retail, like if you want to keep progressing that character, it's kind of, I feel like it's easy now to go from like regular 5-mans to heroic 5-mans to mythic 0 to mythic keys. If you like 5-man content, that's kind of your go-to. This is a cute transmog. What is she wearing? I don't really like the dragon wings, but I like the rest of it. Yeah, you can progress through 5-mans now, I feel like, and then like, you know, you throw in a little bit of raid finder, you throw in a little bit of world questing, and you can probably easily like continue gearing up your character. Yeah, it's in a really good state. Overall, like the only thing that you, as a solo player that likes 5-man content right now, in Cataclysm, all you can do is do regular dungeons, and then you do heroic dungeons. And then once you have all the gear you need from heroics, if you're not going to raid, there's nothing for your character to do. There isn't a step beyond 5-man heroics for a 5-man group. If you've done like my tank, you know, we did a bunch of heroics. I have all my heroic gear. I don't need any more gear off the Valor vendor. And so that character really doesn't have anything to do. There's not another step for them to go when it comes to 5-man progression. Whereas in retail, you're going to go from time walking to get your level up, and then you're going to go into regulars, and then you're going to go into heroics, and then you're going to go into mythic zeros, and then you're going to go into mythic keys. And while all that stuff is going on, you have other stuff you can do. You can do looking for raid. You can get some really good gear and some good currencies from doing LFR. You can go hunt. You can do world questing and like the Emerald Dream and go kill the world bosses. You can get some pretty good loot from doing that. And yeah, you can farm. You can farm world quest for like currency to upgrade your gear. So if you're a solo player and you like 5-man stuff, you should invest your time in Modern WoW, because right now Classic Cata doesn't have much for you. Now that being said, in Wrath of the Lich King, they created 3 different levels of difficulty for 5-mans. Eventually you had like Titan Rune Alpha, Titan Rune Beta, and Titan Rune Gamma. But they didn't put those in until really late in Wrath, so they've already said they don't have any plans to do that for Cataclysm. So we may or may not ever get any hard 5-man content for Cata. Like heroics may be it.
It's time for a technical retreat.
Yeah, raiding is a big time sink. Like raiding is hard for lots of people. Like you have to get X amount of people together, you have to coordinate them, they have to all know the fights, you have to have a raid leader who's like calling out the fights, you have to have people in voice comms a lot of the times. Raiding is not for everybody. But a lot of people can do, like, you can do mythics, and like mythics are kind of like drop in, drop out. You can do 1 mythic, you can do 5 mythics. You can, you know, so you know, you can determine how much time do I have to play the game. Whereas a raid night is scheduled, a raid night is like very much a whole different thing. And enjoying a raid depends on having a guild. You know, like pugs for raiding probably are not super enjoyable for most people. The cool thing about retail is like you have LFR, so if you just want to see the raid and get some decent loot, you can queue up and do it on LFR. Like you don't have to worry about pugging it, you don't have to worry about having a guild. Yeah, the alphas, betas, and gammas in Wrath were great. They came kind of like late in its life cycle, but unfortunately the devs have said they don't have any current plans to do that with Cataclysm. They didn't say we're going to look at doing it later. They just said, we don't have any plans for that. So that's not really like an affirmative statement. And I think the reason why they don't have any plans for it is because when you look at the roadmap for Cataclysm Classic, all of the content for Cataclysm Classic is going to be released by January. It's not going to be a 2-year expansion. It's going to be a 1-year progression. Not even a 1-year progression, really. It's going to be about a 10-month progression. Like, so when did Cata come out? It came out at the end of May 20th, right? And so if the last patch comes out in January, I barely made it again. If the last patch comes out in January, you know, that content will be relevant for like 3 months. Last patch comes out in January. By March, people are going to be very much done with the game. They're going to be very much bored of the content. There's not going to be any new content to do. And at that point, we're looking at, like, when is MOP coming out, or we're playing different versions of the game. Because, yeah, they don't have a long roadmap for Cata. It's going to be over very quickly. That's why they're probably not planning, like, any alpha, beta, gamma runes. Because the expansion simply isn't going to be around long enough for that to matter. I'm surprised this guy lived to do this. Usually he gets killed before he does that little attack. We got buddies. They're trying to skip. Good job trying to skip. Yeah, that was real good. Real great. Good job, buddy. You did it. We're so proud of you. Oh, we got everything now. I see, this is the situation where, like, a good healer would be able to keep this group alive. I am not that healer. And so I'm going to try, but I don't have a good feeling about this. Oh, well, we got this guy too. Yeah, I don't have the best of feelings about this whole pull. I think this is going to probably end pretty badly. We got a bunch of imps back here just doing imp damage. I have aggro on stuff, which is never great. Hey, we're still alive. Shockingly, we lived. Very nice.
None may pass into the world's heart. Break yourselves upon my body. Feel the strength of the earth.
And we've added this guy. That's exactly what we needed.
Break yourselves upon my body. Feel the
Well, I was gonna say, you know, if you run an evoker through Mop Remix, does the evoker start at level 10? Out of curiosity, or can you not run an evoker in the remix? Since they typically start at a higher level. I was kind of curious if like running a evoker through remix would allow like for more time to kind of learn the abilities and stuff like that. That was the biggest problem I had on my evoker, was just like getting all the abilities in a very short span of time. Like I couldn't learn how to use them effectively. You get one per server. I know that.
Will be reborn in flames.
Well, I can delete it, right? Like if I have an evoker sitting in my deleted character list, does that count? I would hope not. I would hope you were able to delete your evoker and have another one. Yeah, I could just never get the hang of it. It was too many abilities all at once.
Burden is now yours.
What level are we right now? This character's level 67 right now. We're getting close to being capped. I'll probably just wait. I'll probably just wait on evoker anyway until more races can be evokers. Like once you can be an evoker on a race that's not a Draconid, then I will probably look at it. Let's see. Casting holy word spells increases the healing of your next flash heal. I don't. That sounds great. Let's just take that. It took you 3 hours to level your 3rd tune in remix. Really? That's really fast. Yeah, we're gonna get the Death Knight capped out, and then we're gonna go from there. I think I want to get the Death Knight capped out, and then I want to do a rogue, I think. It was a specific strat. Okay. See, I'm just gonna quest. I don't typically follow any strats or listen to what people say on the internet. I typically just kind of do my own thing. It probably bothers a lot of people. Like, why are you not doing this more efficiently, etc., etc. These robes do not look good to me. Like they're only 25. I should just buy them. They're an upgrade. Firstly, secondly, they're only 25 badges. Trinkets would be good. Haste. They'd probably be better than the mastery trinket. Let's buy that. The belt would be better than the belt we have. The bracers would be better than the bracers we have. Versatility trinkets. A ring would be good. A ring would be good.
Good luck, friend.
Dungeons and raids only. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I would do dungeons and raids for a second character through. I don't know. That would get to be a lot of dungeons and raids, I feel like. But then again, like all I'm doing from 60 to 70 is time walking, so it's kind of like a similar concept, right? You have to not loot the XP bonus tokens until the NC. I don't even know what those are. I don't even know what an XP bonus token is. Yeah, my only experience in Mop Remix so far has been leveling my one Death Knight, and we got to level 40, and I haven't logged in a long time. And even in that, like, I did like I did one raid wing, and I've only done a handful of dungeons, so I've mainly just been questing. Yeah, and then I'm assuming that when you do like an LFR or something in Mist of Pandaria Remix, there's going to be that one person in the group that's one-shotting all the bosses. So it's like you probably don't even have to like contribute or do a whole lot to just kind of get carried through runs and like level up. It took 18 dungeons and 3 raids. That's not bad to get you from 1 to 70. We've done like 50 dungeons from 60 to 70 in time walking here, and time walking is a pretty fast way to level. And we've done a crap ton of them. I figure if I get a max character of every class, then I'm good. Like, I don't have to worry about it in the future. In the future, I'll just have to level up to like whatever the current expansion level cap is. Which, you know, taking 8 characters through like the current expansion and getting them leveled up to the next expansion cap, that's not going to be very time consuming. They were normal raids, not LFR. Oh, so you had to like find a group. I call shenanigans on that one. I don't think we were in that. I just have to not heal people there. The reason I keep getting hit is because I think, hey, I should be a healer and heal people. Nah, I'm not going to heal people. If you're getting hit by running through electricity, you can deal with it. I don't think we need to go this way. No, I think this is a waste of time. There's one of these ways we don't need to go. No, maybe this way is fine. Yeah, okay, this is fine. We don't want to go the other way. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't want to waste time in here killing bosses that we don't need to kill. It's all about the bonus XP at the end.
Has returned. It must not pollute my waters. As I purify these waters, the servants of filth will surely be still. Beware. My waters are cleansed. Drink in their power. Behold the power of pure water. My realm has at last been cleansed of vile filth.
Listening.
Oh, okay. So it's not really worth buying this stuff until we're max level, because the item level goes up on the vendor, but obviously the item level is not going to go up while we have it equipped. Yeah, see, damn. Okay, at least they're not that expensive. Because yeah, I need to buy this stuff once we hit 70. Because that's going to be a good way to like get my gear level, my item level moving up. I shouldn't have bought it now though. I wasted like a couple hundred badges like buying this stuff early. Yeah, I need to grab these when I hit 70, not before. That was a big mistake. Huge mistake. That sucks. I should have thought. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Of course these are not locked in at a certain item level. Of course they're scaling with my character. They're not going to scale once I have them equipped. Alright, well, you live and you learn. Do I recommend doing remix? I mean, yeah, I recommend it, especially if you haven't done it yet. I recommend at least checking it out. Yeah. I recommend that you just check it out. Maybe have two classes. Have a character that you level in remix, and have a character that you level in the old world, like traditionally, the way we did this tune, and just see like what you prefer. Because it's worth at least checking out. Right on, Amy. Thanks for letting me know. He knows where I'm at if he needs anything.
Drogon not gonna be happy about this! Stand still, or I'll crack your skulls! That's what you get!
There's always at least one person gets killed. Always at least one person. Oh, that's nice. Variety Guy, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. It's going good.
Heretics! You will suffer for this interruption.
Devin, I appreciate you saying so. Thanks for being here and hanging out.
Bask in his power. Rise as an agent of the Master's rage.
Yep, we're almost capped out on the priest, and then I think I'm going to cap my Death Knight out, and then we might circle back and do some gearing up on the priest. I wouldn't mind walking her through heroics and trying to get into some mythics perhaps, to see like kind of how it compares to the Frost Mage rather. Because right now my Frost Mage is my range DPS for War Within, but I've actually really enjoyed Shadow Priest, so I kind of want to compare the two of them, see what I like more. I won't be healing mythics, I don't think. I don't think there's any way that I will skill up enough or feel like I'm fast enough to heal like harder 5-mans. But Shadow is fun. Shadow is fun. So far Shadow kind of lacks AoE, but maybe we'll make up for that with like single target damage, I don't know.
Raz, smash! Bodies to feel the burn! Nearly an impurity in the compound.
We were not all stacked for the meteor.
Raz, smash!
How do you do raids? Well, you get to max level first, and then you have a couple of different options. You have the looking for raid finder, which is in your group finder tool. And then you can look for groups in looking for group channel. So sometimes you'll look in looking for group, people will be looking for more for like normal raids, heroic raids, but you probably want to start with looking for raid. If you're new to the raids, you don't know the fights, and when you're doing looking for raid, it'll check your gear score and it'll make sure that you have the gear score that you need to be able to do the raid. But yeah, raids in modern raids are going to start at level 70.
There can be shaped. No, you cannot. You are
I think like maybe 3 or 4 more runs. 3 or 4 more runs, we should be capped out. And then we'll buy the gear off the time walking vendor. And we'll see what item level we get to. But then yeah, I think the next thing would be to let this character sit for a bit and level up the DK. And then maybe circle back and start doing 5-man content on this character to get it some more gear. Did I see that they announced the War Within release date? Yes, we checked out that earlier. We checked out the trailer. It's obviously much earlier than I thought it would be, but that's pretty much par for the course with Blizz recently. They've been pushing out their content really fast. And they've been pushing out content much earlier than we thought we were going to get content. They did the same thing with Cataclysm. Cataclysm was slated for a summer launch. And instead it came out in the middle of spring. So at this point, it's not super surprising. They're just trying to fire out content as quick as they can, it seems like. I just hope it's ready. Yeah, the beta is a real big mess. But, you know, that's still 3 months out. It's... Well... It's like two months out. It's like 2.5 months out. 2 months and a week. They've got about 2 months to fix the game. Because, yeah, beta is kind of borked. Like, beta's at a point where there's not even music in the beta yet. It still very much feels like an alpha test. So I hope that they know what they're doing, and I hope that they're ready to actually launch at that time. It's really all we can do is cross our fingers for a good launch. It seems like we're going to have like a 1-week pre-patch. Yeah, we're going to get a pre-patch because there's always like a pre-patch event. But Mist of Pandaria Time Walking ends on the 19th. And then like for people with the head start, the 3 or 4 day head start, we're getting in on the 22nd. So the game really launches on like the 22nd. Mop Remix ends on the 19th. Like I don't know like how much of a pre-patch we're going to get. It's not going to be a lengthy pre-patch. It might be like a 1-week pre-patch. Which would be the shortest pre-patch in the history of the game. But then again, like, is there a big reason to have a long pre-patch? Not really. You know, they always have like an event that goes on. Sometimes like allied races are available to be made during the pre-patch period. I'm not sure if that'll be the case with the Earthen. But yeah, I don't know what the window will be, but just like probably a week before launch, I guess. Whatever the week before the 22nd is. I don't think it's going to be super long.
Oh God! Tread lightly! The earth must not be freed!
I'm not sure why he's spirit released when I can just res him, but okay. He's probably just embarrassed that he stood and stuff and died. As a priest, do I have a battle res? I don't feel like I do. If I can't heal, if I can't press my buttons, I can't keep people alive. Not really sure what interrupted me there, but it was not good.
Be gone, infidels. You are not welcome here. Kneel before me and repent. Death is only the beginning. I am unleashed!
warriors of the South, rise and come to your master's aid!
Profane, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. How's the priest going? We're going pretty good. We are about to hit cap here in probably 2 more dungeons, so yeah. This should ding level 69, nice. And then a couple more dungeons, we will be capped out.
Power before the tempest storm!
I've done enough healing to know that I'm probably never going to be able to heal a mythic, so it's been a good learning experience for me.
The sky beckons.
Ooh, we got close, but we didn't quite get it. Okay, so it may be more like 3 dungeons. Do I want to do 3 more dungeons today? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm taking lots of damage, and I'm not sure why. Everybody else has abandoned me. Yeah, healing is bogus. Like, I feel bad for healers now. Now that I've tried to do a little bit of healing, I just feel really bad for healers. Yep, it's a tough job. Nobody appreciates you, and you're basically just trying to keep up with your tank and hope that nobody dies. Wonder what's next? Good afternoon, buddy. Welcome, welcome. And guys, if you're hanging out and you're digging the stream and you're liking the content, leaving a like really does help out. I probably don't say it enough, but especially on like slower days, like weekend days, like just leaving a like on the video, it helps out, helps grow the community. The likes determine like how many people YouTube is going to show the video to. So the more likes that a video gets, the more likelihood that it'll show the video to somebody new, that it'll grow our community and help grow the channel. So I appreciate those that leave a like, especially on like slower days like today. When it comes to streaming, like YouTube does not pay creators really. You don't get any advertising money from streaming. Like you get very few like benefits from streaming, except that it gives you the opportunity to try to grow your community. So yeah, leaving a like, subbing to the channel, ringing the bell, all that stuff actually helps. And all of that stuff helps, and it costs you nothing. So I appreciate those that do. Eventually I have to look up a build for Shadow. Kind of tempted to take a look at it. See, we have probably like a bunch of talent points that I haven't spent yet. Yeah, we got 4 and 4. I don't want another button to push. Fade damage. Power word shield healing. Another ability. Let's take the passive. The absorb shield will be good. Let's go here. Let's go here. There we go. That'll work for now, and then I'll have to look something up. Can you switch back and forth between a DPS and healer build? Yeah, you can switch freely. You just activate whatever spec you want to activate, and then you're all set. I have a couple of like other buttons, other abilities that I have not brought out to my bar. I got Mass Resurrect. I have Holy Fire, which I definitely haven't been using. Don't really know if it's worth using that in place of Smite for DPS. Yeah, I feel like it might be. Might be worth using in place of Smite. Prayer of Healing. I don't have Prayer of Healing out on my bar. Oh, I do have it. I just never use it. Look at that. It's hiding over here. What else? Holy Word Sanctify. I've never used it, even though it's there. I hardly ever press that button. I got a lot of buttons that I hardly ever use. You have a lot of buttons as a holy priest, and I feel like I do a bad job of using them. You've never used the I don't want another button to push when choosing talents? That's all I do. Yeah, there's already so many buttons to push. Like, if I can pick between another active ability and a passive ability, I'm gonna pick the passive ability. Because there's too many buttons already. Especially on, that's not true of all specs, but on this character I especially feel it. Like, I have about 15 buttons that I can hit easily, okay? And I feel like that's a lot of buttons. So like, once I fill up all of the buttons that I can press easily, I'm done. Like, I don't have any more buttons to push. I have a 12 button MMO mouse. So once I max out my keyboard buttons I can hit, and once I max out the 12 buttons on my mouse, like, I'm done. I can't have any more active abilities, you know? Also, there's a limited amount of things that I can consider at any one time. So if I have 17 active abilities, I just can't keep track of them all. Yeah, like passives, for me, passives are the way to go. And unless something is just like best for the spec. If there's an ability that I have to have because it's just like best for the spec, then I'll take it. But otherwise, if it's a choice between an active ability and a passive, I'm going to take the passive. Guys, just stand in it. Just stand in all that stuff. I hear that's healthy for you. Yeah, especially as you get later into the tree, because they keep offering you more and more and more buttons. Like, if you want to have 25 buttons that you have to hit in every single encounter, you can do that build. That build exists. But I can't do that. It's too many buttons to hit, and it's too many buttons to think about hitting. And so I like passive abilities. I like taking talents that remove parts of my rotation, not add like more complexity to it. Once I get this character capped, I'm never going to want to see Cataclysm dungeons again. After farming so many in Cataclysm Classic, and then doing heroics in Cataclysm Classic, and then coming onto this character and doing time walking, I basically never want to see these dungeons again. So that's a real thing. I can't believe he went underground. This is the first group I've been in that hasn't killed him before he's gone underground. Yeah, usually he's already dead. Is WoW dying? No. Quite the opposite. WoW is doing better than it's been doing in years. You're dying. We're all dying. We're all dying because we are fleshy constructs. WoW is not dying, because WoW is a video game that's doing rather well. You and me, though, we're dying. True story. It's deep. It's not that deep, but it is true. I mean, the game's been around for 25 years. Some of the people that started playing it back in 2003 are not around. And so yeah, it's not very deep, but it is true. What mic am I using? The Yeti X. People complain when the healer doesn't do damage. Yeah, a lot of the time they want the healer to do damage. That's why I've been doing small bits of damage. In modern WoW, it's accepted that as a healer, you're going to contribute at least a little bit to DPS. And so that's why you'll notice that I do Holy Nova. Holy Nova's pretty good, like AoE damage. If people in my group are not taking a lot of damage, if it's a boss and I have time, I'll smite. I try to keep Shadow Word Pain going on enemies. So yeah, it's just like kind of expected that you will deal some damage. The amount of damage you're going to deal is going to depend on like what kind of healer you are. Like a Disciplined Priest is going to deal more damage than a Holy Priest because Discipline is set up to deal damage. Dealing damage as Discipline is part of your healing rotation. Whereas for me, like besides Holy Nova, dealing damage is something that I do additionally to healing. It's never going to be a ton of damage, but it's a little bit. How's the puppy? I don't have a puppy anymore. I have a big dog and a little dog. They're both doing good. He's past puppy age now. He's just a little dog. It has nothing to do with how much damage that the DPS are doing. No, healers are you're just expected to contribute, that's all. Like, you're not expected to out DPS anybody, but you're expected to throw a little bit of DPS down. Now, obviously, like, the amount of DPS you can throw down is going to depend on what's going on in the encounter. Like, right now, I gotta heal, because if I don't heal right now, people be dying. So right now, my main impetus is just to heal people. Still probably going to lose the tank. Yeah, tank's gone. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not a good healer, so don't look at anything I'm doing and try to gauge, like, oh, this is what a healer does. Like, I suck at healing. I'm healing these 5-mans to get level cap, and then I'll probably never heal again. But yeah. It's just that the reason why healers need to DPS, even a little bit, is because in Mythic Plus, you have a timer. You have a 30-minute or so timer on every run. And you want to beat the run before the timer expires. So in a situation where you're timed, every little bit of damage helps. So even though I'm not out DPSing anybody, this damage helps us go faster. And in a time scenario that matters. And even though this content here is not timed, obviously you want to practice playing the game how you would play it at a higher level. So even though this is not a mythic, even though this is not timed, I'm still doing DPS because it's like I can. Firstly, I can. Secondly, it's largely expected that I do it. That's all.
None may pass into the world's heart. Break yourselves upon my body. Feel the strength of the earth. Break yourselves upon my body. Feel the strength of the earth.
Is it even possible to get 85 without add-ons? Are you talking about Cataclysm Classic? I mean, it's possible to play the entire game without add-ons. Like any version of the game. I don't really know what I don't really understand the question. It's possible to do anything in the game without add-ons, yes. Like right now, the only add-on that I'm using in retail is I'm using the DPS meter. That's the only add-on that I have. Even when I'm doing Mythic Plus, I'm not running add-ons. The only add-on that I run is my DPS meter. In Cataclysm Classic, it's Classic, so yeah, you definitely don't need any add-ons. Could add-ons be helpful to you? Like, yeah, add-ons could help you. If you're bad at the game or you're not sure what's happening in a boss fight, add-ons can help you. But you don't need them in any version of the game to achieve anything. It's just a personal choice whether you want to use them or not. This guy's gonna get killed up there. I don't know what he's doing. Steven, thank you so much, man. Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, we saw it earlier. We actually watched the little cinematic that they put out. Pretty exciting stuff. It's really soon, so I'm hoping that they start getting it together with the beta, because the beta's in a really rough shape right now and the game is not looking ready to come out. But you know, we got 2 months and a week. 2 months in a week, like how much work can they do in 2 months in a week? Well, they could do a lot of work, or they could be Blizzard and they could do very little work. I don't know. It's up to them whether they're going to have a good launch or a scuffed launch.
The burden
We will find out very soon.
yours to bear.
We will find out very soon. That is it for that one. I play without add-ons, and I've never felt like I was at a disadvantage, especially in Classic, because Classic is really simple. Like, don't stand in shit, don't stand in cleaves, pay attention to what the enemy is doing, learn the fights. Sometimes you learn a fight by failing it once, and that's absolutely okay. But yeah, sometimes you get into a guild, and sometimes a guild wants you to use certain add-ons. The guild I was in back in the day, they just required that I had DBM installed. Now, did I listen to DBM? No, not really. I just learned the fights, and I did my job in the fight. But yeah, you don't need add-ons to succeed. There's things that can help you, like, it can make things a little bit easier for you, but still. I don't know if I'm gonna hit 70 today. Maybe I have time for one more. I've got stuff to do. I gotta get my son to do some weightlifting with me, and then he's got an art class at 4 o'clock. So I'm kind of running. I'm kind of out of time for today. I really wish that we could have capped out today, but I think I'm gonna have to cap out some other time, and go from there. Cause I don't know if I have enough time to do another run or not. I really got to get this kid in gear. What spell is on my bar next to Psychic Scream? Next to Psychic Scream is Mass Dispel. And next to that is my Algerian Stormrider mount. Which looks like this. Boop! That's what he looks like. Yeah, I don't think, to be a responsible parent, I don't think I should do another one. Because I want to get my workout in, I gotta get his workout in, and then I gotta get him into his art class. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here for today, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on a Sunday. It's not always that I get to stream on Sundays. So I appreciate you guys being here for it. I might finish this character like on my own. That might make some people sad. I might get on later tonight and I might just do the last 3 runs that I need to do to get them capped out. Because what I would like to do tomorrow I would like to start in on getting this Death Knight to level 70. So I think I might just take like a little bit of time this evening and just cap out the priest. And if I do that, I'll let you guys know. I'll show you what we got. I'll get the gear from the time walking vendor and get her kind of geared up a little bit. But I do want to finish getting this character leveled up. So I think tomorrow we will be doing this. Yeah, that's kind of the plan, guys. Thanks again for being here and for the support. I truly do appreciate it. As always, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And we'll see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.